Arbitrage. Free money, right? Buy low over here, sell high over there, pocket the difference. No risk. Every course seller on the internet has a version of this pitch. So instead of buying a course, I did something cheaper. I measured it. For the last 4 days, a bot running on my $6 a month server has scanned every triangular arbitrage loop on my exchange, every 5 minutes, around the clock. It found the free money, and in the next 5 minutes, I'll show you exactly why we can't have it, and the one kind of arbitrage that might actually survive the math. Quick context if you're new here. I'm Charles, and this channel documents true AI trading, a fleet of 137 trading bots I'm building with AI across crypto, stocks, forex, and futures. Everything runs in the open at trueai.trading. 2 ground rules, always. Everything you'll see is paper trading, simulated money on real prices with real fees, and no claim counts on this channel unless a pre-registered test says it counts. Keep that second one in mind. It's the whole ending of this video. Arbitrage just means the same thing selling for 2 prices at once. We're testing 3 flavors. 1. Triangular, trade dollars into coin A into coin B back into dollars. If the 3 exchange rates are slightly out of line, the loop ends with more dollars than it started. 2. Cross exchange, the same coin, priced differently on 2 exchanges at the same moment. 3. Yes, and remember this one, funding arbitrage between a real coin and its perpetual futures contract. I'll come back to it, because it's the only one of the 3 that doesn't require being fast. Here's the number that kills most of this before it starts. My exchange charges about 0.1% per market order. A triangular loop takes 3 trades. That's 0.3% in fees. The price gap has to beat that just to break even. So, what did 4 days of measuring actually find? 890 scans. 300 loops evaluated per scan. Over 250,000 loop evaluations. The median best opportunity on the whole exchange, minus 0.26%. Think about what that means. The market isn't just efficient, it's efficient to almost exactly the width of the fee. That's not a coincidence. That's professional firms with much faster computers than mine shaving every gap down to the point where it stops being worth taking. The fee wall isn't a wall, it's a high water mark showing exactly where the shark stopped feeding. Now full disclosure, because this channel is nothing without it. 70 of those 890 scans did show a profitable loop. The best one, plus 1.1%, net of all fees, routed through a token I'd honestly never heard of. Sounds like a jackpot. Here's the catch. My scanner sees the top of the order book, the best advertised price. It cannot see how much you could actually buy at that price, and these blips show up almost exclusively in tiny illiquid pairs, puddle-sized markets. We saw this exact pattern in our prediction market study earlier this summer, which failed, and we said so. The money looks free precisely in the places where nobody can actually pick it up. Whether any of these blips are real, repeatable, and capturable, that's not my call to eyeball. There's a test for it, with rules written in advance. Hold that thought. So why run this study at all? Because of door number 3, perpetual futures have a thing called a funding rate. A small payment that flows between traders every hour to keep the contract's price pinned to the real coin. When funding is positive, short sellers get paid. So in theory, buy the real coin, short the perpetual, your price risk roughly cancels out, and you collect the funding like interest. Here's why I care about this one. It's the one kind of arbitrage that doesn't care about speed. The edge accrues over hours and days, not milliseconds. My $6 server can't outrun anybody, but it doesn't have to. It just has to be patient. And the data is genuinely interesting. When my logger started on July 31st, Bitcoin funding was running around minus 10% annualized. Nothing to collect. 2 days later, it flipped to plus 15. A DA touched plus 27% annualized. Those swings are real, measured hourly. The question, the only question, is whether funding stays positive often enough and long enough to beat the roughly 0.4% in fees you pay to get in and out of the position. That's what the next 2 weeks of data decide. Here's the part that makes this different from every arbitrage video I've seen. Before that logger recorded a single price, the pass and fail rules went into version control. There they are, committed before the code that collects the data even existed. On August 15th, the data gets judged against rules written when nobody knew the answer. Minimum sample sizes. Fees doubled as a stress test. Blips only count if they persist long enough for a normal person's internet connection to catch them. If it fails, I publish the failure, just like the prediction market study failed in July, in public. If it passes, it doesn't earn a victory lap. It earns the next round of engineering. No moving goalposts. That's the experiment. So, is crypto arbitrage still possible in 2026 for someone like you or me? The triangular kind. The data so far says the fee wall ate it years ago, and the leftovers live in markets too small to matter. The funding kind. Genuinely open question, and we'll know on August 15th. The verdict video drops when the verdict does, whichever way it lands. Subscribe if you want to see a pass-fail test actually honored in public. Every bot, every trade, every fee is on the dashboard at trueai.trading, all labeled paper trading because that's what it is. Nothing on this channel is financial advice. It's an experiment, run in the open. See you on verdict day.